Hey everybody, welcome to Success Finances. My name is Scott McLean, and for today's video, we're going to be discussing how to save for college. 529 savings plans for your kids. This was actually a requested video, and it seems like a lot of people just aren't too familiar with what exactly a 529 plan is, or how exactly should they look to save for their kids' college. Because as we all know, the biggest debt that our kids will incur is usually once they graduate college, they have to pay back all those student loans. So this savings plan will allow you to kind of lower the burden on your child. All right, so let's dive into actually what the 529 plan is and how it actually works. So the 529 plan was actually named after Section 529 of the IRS code, which authorized tax-free status for specific programs. So what this means for you is your earnings in this plan will accumulate on a tax-deferred basis, and distributions are not taxed federally when used for qualified higher education expenses. Now, some of these expenses include tuition and fees, books and supplies, computers and internet access, room and board, if your child is enrolled at least half the time at that university or college. And it even will include student loan payments. Also in 2017, the expenses were added to include up to $10,000 annually in K-12 tuition. So one of the biggest questions that I'm always asked about the 529 plan is, can you use the 529 plan for any college? So the good news is that you can use the 529 plan to pay for college costs at any qualified college nationwide. Qualified college nationwide. So if you're wondering if your college or university is eligible, then you can easily look this up on savingforcollege.com. Again, savingforcollege.com. You just plug in your college or your university and it'll show you what their eligibility requirements are for the 529 plans. And the good news about this is most colleges actually do enroll in this. Also, in most plans, your choice of college is not affected by the state that sponsored your 529 savings plan. So keep that in mind. If your child lives here in Georgia or in Tennessee or wherever they may live, and then they decide to go to an out-of-state tuition, the 529 plan can and will roll over to that state as well. Nearly every state now has at least one 529 plan available. It is up to each state to decide whether it will offer a 529 plan, sometimes more than one, and what it will look like. So in other words, 529 plans can differ from state to state. So what are the types of 529 plans? 529s are typically categorized as either prepaid tuition or college savings plans. Let's dive into college saving plans first. What they do is they work very similarly to a Roth IRA by investing post-tax contributions in mutual funds or similar investment accounts. There are several different investment options to choose from whenever you're dealing with a college savings plan. Just keep in mind, with this option, your plan will follow the market and can go up and down depending on the market's performance of your investment accounts. The other option is the prepaid tuition. And the prepaid tuition plan allows you to prepay all or just part of the cost of an in-state public college. They can also be converted for use at private and out-of-state colleges. Just know that colleges can offer a prepaid tuition plan, but not a college savings plan. Remember, these are two different types of 529 plans. So how do you go about getting started if you're in the process of trying to figure out, okay, I have this brand new baby right here, and now I'm ready to go ahead and get ahead of this and start saving for their college because my child's going to college, right? So how do you get started? Well, for me, I like to use the Fidelity 529 college savings plan. That's what we actually use. All you would need to get started is your child's social security number, and then you will be ready to choose your plan. Now, for me, I prefer the college savings plan because we get to invest specific mutual funds that will allow our child's account to grow at a much quicker pace than a traditional savings account through a bank. Yes, you will be susceptible to the market. However, mutual funds, which is what we invest in our child's college savings plan, they are a little safer since they are typically a cluster of different stocks. The good thing about this plan is that you get to decide how much each month you would like to contribute to the actual plan itself. So think about this. Instead of asking people to give gifts for your child's birthday, you could send them a link that would allow them to contribute directly to your child's 529 college savings plan. Also, you can set this up so those same people can contribute to your child's college savings plan as often as they like. This is great for those grandparents that always like to buy gifts for their grandkids. Just ask them to substitute those gifts with a money or a monetary donation for college. I guarantee you they won't turn that opportunity down. So I'm always asked this question too whenever we talk about the 529 plan, because you and I all know that college just isn't for everybody. So what happens if your child chooses not to go to college or if they earn a scholarship? Well, if this is the case, then you would just pay income tax and a penalty for the earnings portion of a non-qualified withdrawal if and when you choose to withdraw from that actual account. However, there are some exceptions. The penalty can be waived if your child receives a tax-free scholarship, your child attends a U.S. military academy, or if a child is disabled or if it passes away. So what happens to unused money in your plan? Let's say you did spend, you saved up so much money, you have extra money left off after you paid for your child's college or tuition and fees. So what happens to all that unused money? Well, if you want to avoid paying taxes and penalty on your earnings, there are some options. You definitely have some options. One, you could change the beneficiary to another family member that qualifies, another child. Two, you could hold on to the funds in the account just in case your child decides to attend graduate school. That's definitely a possibility. Or three, you could make yourself the new beneficiary and continue your own education. How awesome would that be? And four, parents can take up to $10,000 in tax-free 529 withdrawals for K through 12 tuition. Remember, we mentioned that earlier. Remember that can be powerful as well, especially if you have a younger child. Or you can repay up to $10,000 in student loans per borrower for both the beneficiary and their siblings. So that in a nutshell is how a 529 plan works. Remember, you have two different options for your 529 plans. So I hope that somebody out there gained something from this video. And again, my goal here with Success Finances is to ultimately share the knowledge, spread the wealth, and help you build a legacy one investment at a time. So do me a favor, if you found this video useful, please smash that like button, and also please subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we post more videos just like this. As always, talk to y'all soon. Stay blessed. Thank you.